Sri Lanka ranks number 4 amongst the coconut producing countries globally. The term coconut can refer to the entire coconut palm, the seed or the fruit. It also has many valuable byproducts that are used in different and various forms in the coir industry. Coir is a leading player in the coir industry in Sri Lanka. The Coir factory is located in the Heribala Industrial Park in Kurunegala, which is within the Coconut Triangle in Sri Lanka. It basically tries to source the best quality husk chips in the surrounding areas of Kurunegala. The Coir husk processing facility in Galevala processes the single husk through a machine that breaks up the husk into smaller components. A further machine is used to reduce these components to smaller pieces of husk chips. These are then piled for drying. There are 2 types of chips that are produced, washed and unwashed. It basically depends on the customer requirement. Large drying areas are used to dry the chips. A further facility is used for wet husks and processed via a segregating machine. That produces cocoa peat and fiber. Basically, there's a separation of the fiber from the peat. A further facility processes dry husks, where the husks are immersed in a water pit and let to soak for approximately 6 months. The soaked husks are then introduced into a machine that produces a product comprising a mix of peat and fiber. This is now processed through a sifter that extracts the peat from the fiber. It is then transferred in heaps and laid out to dry in the drying area. A combination of these 3 types of material are used at Coir for processing the respective growing media. These are based on specific customer requirements. The processed material is now bagged and transported to the Coir factory. The bagged product is now checked at the factory for the moisture content and EC levels. Polytunnels are also used in the factory to further dry the product if deemed necessary. On completion of testing, the bags will be moved into the factory into their respective areas based on EC levels and moisture. The raw material is now introduced into the sifting machine. It's a combination of the peat and the husk chips. This is now sifted and the raw material is separated from the residue. It is now bagged and introduced into the machine. This machine compresses the raw material into a slab. The slab is now cut to the required size and is weighed separately. The weighed slab is now stacked onto the pallet, where it will be packed and ready to be loaded into the container. The Plant Easy bag is another product. It is basically a grow bag that is cut into specific size as per customer requirement. These will be packed in specific bags and then stacked on a pallet, which would be subsequently be loaded onto the container. As for quality control, one slab per every 100 will be checked for expansion and for EC. Another product is a 3.8 cubic foot bag. 3 buckets of equal size containing the raw material is introduced into the machine. This is then compressed, which produces the 3.8 cubic foot bag. The packed bags are then stacked in a pallet and ready for loading onto the container. A 25 kg bag is also produced for horse bedding purposes. The procedure is very similar to the 3.8 cubic foot bag. The 5 kg chips bale is another very popular product. The material used here comprises husk chips in totality. The chips are introduced and firmly compressed and produced in a bale form. They come as washed and unwashed bales. They are also referred to as 5 kg chip blocks. The 650 kg briquette is also a popular product. The procedure is the same, however the product is smaller in size and more convenient to handle. These are again stacked into pallets and loaded into the container in the pallet form. Each pallet will be labeled with a specific product type and specification. Management will meet periodically in the boardroom and review the progress of the production, especially the quality control procedures, to ensure that they have been fully implemented. The staff in the office will work tirelessly, organizing and scheduling the production flow and also the material purchase flow.